Okay, sometimes you feel like a nut, right? This one, it's not high in calories. It's got a pretty good amount of protein in it. It has nice doses of fiber in it. Um, I'm thinking this is what I'll order on my next protein protein bar haul. Damn. I swear, these people are so inconsiderate. They don't believe that you shouldn't block the driveway. They don't believe that at all. I mean, the chances of them even being able to make this light is little to none. Bitch. She's looking like, oh, it's not my fault that I had to stop in front of the driveway. Okay, bitch. Just go around, you dumbass. Now they have some dealerships up here, right? Where I could have it started my car investigation. But I'm not gonna do it. When the pandemic hit and people had to go into COVID, right? And people were not taking the shots, and people were like, well, if this is the apocalypse, people were starting to decide, how they wanted to die, right? And most men, they were like thinking, well, if this was their last day, they wanted to die with a fine ass woman, preferably in the process of having an orgasm, right? And believe me, there were women out there that was glad that these men was thinking like that, because they was scared too, right? They were like, damn, we don't know how we gonna get through this pandemic, right? They ain't got no clients. Clients are afraid they're gonna catch something, right? And take it back home to their families, So a lot of these women were like, they gotta hook them a man, right? So they started letting these men know, look, if this is the last days, we're all sinners. banging body. You know, they got this banging body. And so they were appealing to these men, you know, to leave their wives. They told them, your wife is ugly. You know. Do you really want to spend your last days with a woman that's ugly and fat? And if she wasn't ugly and fat, then she was homely, right? She didn't look like a commodity the way a Jezebel would look. And so, a lot of men, they were like, yeah, it makes sense to them. We're living in the last days. You know, they don't have to worry about, you know, a legacy. What the hell? Why would you worry about a legacy if we're in the last days? Okay? Worried about what's going to happen to their kids? Nah. We're all going to die. Just a matter of time. However, they left their family. They got with a Jezebel. Some of them, they outright got with a whore, or a stripper, or a dope dealer. They were like, even if they was going to lose everything they already owned, you know, they was not going to be unhappy. So this is about ready to be a 10-lane freeway, starting with the bridge. So, a lot of the women who lost their men, and these men that abandoned their families, they were shocked. They never thought that their man would take the wrong path. Even if he thought that tomorrow was the last day and that the apocalypse had began. They never dreamed that their man, their protector and provider, mind you, right? Their protector and provider would abandon them when the shit hit the fan. And yes, they fucked around and found out that this man not only did he get with a Jezebel, but he was open to being a bisexual, right? Gay for pay. So, a lot of women was brokenhearted. They never thought it would come to this. Right? A lot of them, yes, they fell into depression. They did. You know. But a lot of them had a hard time coming to the realization that they was living a lie anyway. That they had a marriage of opportunity and convenience. That's exactly what they had. And it was probably a hard pill to swallow. For sure. Okay? You know, and, you know, they had the Jezebels telling these men, oh, these women, you know, they're out of shape, they're fat, you know, they're ugly, you know, they can't make $1,000 in a night. You know, and these men fell for it. Okay? And even though people were telling them, hey, you know, it gains you nothing to win the world and lose your soul. They were like, so what? Okay. So now here we are. So now here we are in 2025, and it doesn't look like the apocalypse anymore. And these people are like, well, what happened? You know, and you know, some of them during this retrograde, for sure, they're going to want to try to go back, right? But, you know, the people who got abandoned need to realize, look, you were abandoned. You were left for dead. And even when you were left for dead, they threw you under the bus. Right? When they was laying up with, you know, their harlot. Because she was making sure, you know, he couldn't go back. Not after she chose him. He is not going to get away, and he's not going to be able to go back. Okay? So, this is why we're in the process. Here's some brand new apartments right here in my neighborhood. Yep, brand new. They haven't even cleaned the stickers off of the windows yet. This is one of the reasons why the women have to see things differently, right? Now, some of them, they're going to think that their man returning back to them is a dream come true. Especially if she feels like she needed him to help her with the kids. Although a lot of them already know that taking him back is just like adopting a grown-ass kid. Right? A kid in a grown-up's body. A lot of them already know that. A lot of them already came to the conclusion that this man is not a protector and a provider. That when the shit hit the fan, that this man would be the first one to run. And he is not going to try to turn around and make sure that you get out safely in case of a real apocalypse happening. No, he's out for himself. Okay? Those women that feel that way, they've gotten their bodies together. They started living healthy. They started, getting educated. They started, treating themselves the way that they wish that their man would have treated them, which would have been nurturing, and they never would have suffered, the abuse and the depression and the alienation that they felt when they was with their man if he had really loved her. And she recognizes that. She was in a marriage of convenience. She was in a marriage of opportunity. And, there you have it. A lot of men are in these type of situations because they just don't want to be lonely. They just want a bed warmer. Right? They want to be able to have sex every day and do what they want to do every single day. And it doesn't matter to them as long as they have another warm body. And some of them, they don't care if it's a man or a woman. There you have it. So, the truth is harsh, right? But let's face it, do you really want to be in a relationship of opportunity? And if you are in a relationship of opportunity, wouldn't you want to benefit from that relationship of opportunity rather than being the benefactor? You would be the beneficiary, right? You would be the receiver and not the giver, especially if you're a woman. Okay? Especially if you're a woman. So, that was the last thing I wanted to talk about because, we're coming out of this healing, this necessary healing that had to happen. Right? Where a lot of people were suffering abandonment. And right now, we're also going through massive, important retrogrades. Venus retrograding and Mercury retrograding at the same time is very important to understand that alone is a review about the way that we love. Okay? And most of the time, these people, they knew from the start, you know, that the person that they was with, you know, didn't even speak the same love language. They knew that, but they just thought it was just an element that they might have had to sacrifice, you know, in order to be in a compatible relationship. Because, you know, they didn't understand just how far the incompatibility can go. That, you know, you're thinking you're compromising, but you didn't realize that you were just in a marriage of convenience, in a marriage of opportunity. And once it wasn't convenient, and once there was other opportunities better than yours that you're offering, they're gone. You understand? Okay. Because a lot of people act like they don't understand, you know, what is a marriage of opportunity. A marriage of opportunity means that you're the best that I can get right now. And men have this saying, you know, that their opportunity is as good as the options that they have available to them. Something like that. Something along those lines. So they feel like if they have a lot of opportunities, options, right, then, you know, they figure that's opportunity, right? But I mean, think about somebody that, you know, has used relationships as a commodity. You know, how much trust can you put in a person like that, right? Who is just looking to level up on the next better opportunity. They're you know, they leveled up with you, right? Maybe they was maybe there was a brokey and they needed somebody to help them out, you know, with the bills, and you were like the best roommate, and you know, you offered yourself up, you know, to be a roommate and save on the rent and split 50-50. That's why a lot of women, they don't want a man that requires a 50-50 relationship, because they automatically feel like that man is going to be a man who's in relationships of opportunity, right? He's in a 50-50 relationship with you. Then when he levels up to, say, another tax bracket, you know, and gets around other people, you know, then he'll want to, you know, surround himself around, you know, other people, you know, so that he can level up again. Oh, wow. I got a delivery at my garage. The hell? Sometimes I hate it when they do that. Just put it at my garage. Here, we'll put this package at your garage. Unless they delivered it to somebody's house and it's the wrong house. Okay. Yeah, that's from Walmart. So that should be the creatine that I bought. Right? Because I'm starting to feel like collagen isn't enough at my age. That I actually need creatine, you know, to feed my muscles directly. You know, and that the collagen was really for the skin, whereas the creatine is for the muscles. Okay, hold on.